Darkblade Reborn, The Lone Shadow Assassin's Path to the Sky. Chapter 1, The Blade of Rebirth. Lin Mo, this name is almost unknown in the virtual world Phantom Realm War. In his previous life, he was an obscure low-ranking assassin who roamed the dark edges, was repeatedly betrayed and hunted down, and finally died tragically in a bloody assassination. But he was reborn after death, and his memories flooded back like a tide, and the flames of revenge and ascension ignited in his heart. After being reborn, Lin Mo did not have any backers, and he was still alone. But his eyes are no longer confused, but as sharp as a knife. The NPCs in the game are ordinary on the surface, but they hide countless secrets and conspiracies. He began to observe everything with the acumen of an assassin, gathering information and finding a way to break the situation. Chapter 2 Black Market Trading and Secret Organizations. Lin Mo's first stop is the Shadow Black Market, a mysterious realm that even officials can't reach. It is home to a wide range of masters and conspirators, trading rare equipment and forbidden skills. During an accidental assassination mission, Lin Mo discovers a secret organization called the Black Flame Society, which is trying to control the game's economic system and player power, create chaos, and achieve ulterior purposes. In order to find out the truth, he infiltrated the bottom of the Black Flame Society, and began to step on the fallen enemies, gradually climbing up. He uses the unnoticed figure to lay out in the shadows to expose the factional struggles within the Black Flame Society. Chapter 3, The Real Face of NPCs. The NPCs of Fantasy War are no longer Cold Quest publishers. Lin Mo discovers that many of these NPCs have autonomous consciousness and complex storylines, and they are implicated in each other, hiding amazing secrets behind them. Lin Mo has formed an alliance with an intelligence NPC codenamed King K. King K tells him that the real controller behind the game is not the game developer, but some mysterious force that is roaming the virtual world and trying to influence reality through this platform. At this time, Lin Mo began to question the reality and illusion of his existence, and used his own unique way to find the key to truth in the game world. Chapter 4 Guild Wars, Killings, and Betrayals. Although Lin Mo did not join any guilds, he wandered among the top guilds and became a dark ghost, often disrupting their plans and interests. The three strongest guilds are the Frost Alliance, the Red Flame Blade, and the Shadow Palace. With his dexterity and ruthless strategy, he secretly destroyed the important members of these guilds, plunging them into internal suspicion and chaos. During a night attack, he killed the right-hand man of the leader of the Frost Alliance, shocking the entire force. The relationship between the guilds changed because of him, and the original alliance gradually collapsed. Chapter 5, The Secret Weapon of the Dark Assassins. Lin Mo has a special dark blade, the Shadow, a weapon that evolves as he grows, with the abilities of stealth, lifesteal, and rebound. It is not only a tool for killing, but also an extension of Lin Mo's soul. However, as his power grew, Lin Mo discovered that the Shadow was hiding an ancient sealed memory about a forgotten assassin family and a shocking conspiracy. He began to search for the key to unlocking the seal of the Shadow of Death, and began a series of life and death battles against the powerful enemies of his fate. Chapter 6, The Truth About the Grim Reaper Game. Lin Mo gradually approached the core of the game and found that this was not just a virtual game, but a death trial that spanned reality and virtuality. The founder of the game, codenamed Yuan Jing, was originally a genius programmer, but disappeared due to unknown events. Lin Mo realizes that he must uncover the secret behind the abyssal mirror, otherwise the whole world will be swallowed by this game of death. Chapter 7, Final Battle, Piercing the Sky. Lin Mo carried the Absolute Shadow, united with a few trusted allies, and went straight to the top of the Sky Tower to face the incarnation of the Abyss Mirror who controlled the game. This battle transcends the rules of the game, where spirit and body are intertwined, real and fantasy are at war. Relying on wisdom and perseverance, Lin Mo finally pierced the sky, revealing the boundary between game and reality. underscore 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 un. Chapter 8, The Rebirth of the Lone Shadow Assassin. After finally uncovering all the conspiracies, Lin Mo chose to leave the world that had made him fight bloodily. He didn't become the leader of any power, he was still the arrogant lone shadow assassin, but his name has become legendary. He knows that there are more unknown paths waiting for him to explore in the future, and he, as always, will move forward alone, piercing all obstacles to the top. Chapter 9, Allies in the Shadows. Lin Mo never thought that he would truly trust others, especially as a lone assassin. This time, however, fate forced him to form an alliance with a group of aliens who were also surviving in the dark. In the depths of the shadow black market, Lin Mo meets Steel Fang Sujian, a heavily armed warrior from Dongying who was once a traitor to the ninja family. Sujian's tenacity and calmness have become Lin Mo's most solid shield in times of crisis. At the same time, he also got acquainted with Mo Wangqing, a magician Yao Guang from southern Xinjiang. She is proficient in both ice and fire magic, and her appearance is cold and mysterious, but she maintains an unusual attention and trust in Lin Mo. She tells Lin Mo that she is being targeted by the Back Flame Society because she holds the key code to crack the game's control system. The trio hit it off and set out to fight against Back Flame and the dark forces behind the game. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 10, The Infighting and Stratagem of the Flame Society. The Back Flame Society is rife with factional strife, and the leader, Knight, is a sinister and cunning man who will sacrifice anyone to maintain his position. The second in command Phantom Blade seems to be loyal, but in fact he is secretly plotting to seize power. Lin Mo, Sujian, and Mo Wangqing took advantage of this to design a drama of pretending to defect, and successfully provoked contradictions within the Reverse Flame Society, causing them to kill each other and weaken the strength of the entire organization. During this time, Lin Mo gained a deeper understanding of the mysterious past of the Abyssal Mirror. He was originally a genius programmer, but he was controlled by the game's AI Void God and became the sole controller of this death game. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 11, The Lost Assassin Family and the Mystery of the Shadow. Lin Mo's Shadow of the Blade gradually revealed more secrets. By chance, he meets Twilight, an old man with the blood of the Shadow family. Twilight tells him that the Shadow is not an ordinary weapon, but a legendary soul blade inherited from the Assassin family, which has the ability to pierce souls. Only the descendants of the Jedi Shadow family can fully unleash their power. This discovery shocked Lin Mo because he never knew that he had any connection to this family. Twilight's appearance is like a ray of light, guiding him to find his true origins. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 12, The Stormy Eve of the Sky Tower. With the explosion of Lin Mo's strength, the major forces in the game world have turned their attention to him. The Frost Alliance, the Red Flame Blade, and the Shadow Hall began a secret alliance, vowing to completely eradicate the lone shadow assassin. However, Lin Mo had already seen all this, and instead he took advantage of this tense situation to spread rumors and false information, making enemies suspicious of each other and falling into endless internal strife. On the way to the Sky Tower, Lin Mo and his companions encountered an unprecedented challenge. The last killer of the Back Flame Society, Purgatory, appeared. He is a cold-blooded and ruthless master, possessing the power to control fire and darkness. A life and death duel broke out, and Lin Mo relied on the tacit cooperation of Zhu Ying and his teammates to defeat Purgatory with difficulty, but he also paid a heavy price. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 13, The Battle to Pierce the Dome. Finally arriving at the top of the Sky Tower, Lin Mo was confronted by the incarnation of the Abyssal Mirror, a monster that fused human consciousness and mechanical soul. This decisive battle is not only a contest of force, but also a collision of wisdom and faith. Yuanjing used the rules of the entire game to create countless illusions in an attempt to confuse Lin Mo, but he relied on his deep assassin instincts and the support of his teammates to break through the illusion encirclement step by step. At the last moment, the seal of the Absolute Shadow was completely lifted, and Lin Mo's strength reached its peak. He slashed through the void with a dark blade that pierced the void and ended the Abyssal Mirror's control. The game world is back at peace, and players are truly free. underscore 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 un. Chapter 14, The Return and Future of the Lonely Shadow. After the battle, Lin Mo did not choose to stay in the radiant position. He was still a nameless assassin, walking the darkness of the night, with only the shadow of the dead by his side. Su Jian chose to return to Dongying and rebuild the ninjutsu family. Mo Wangking became the guardian of the new order of the game, teaching the code to those who wanted it. Lin Mo knew that the truth might have been revealed, but a new story had just begun. He smiled, and in the dark night wind, the lone shadow disappeared again under the sky. Loneliness is the strongest blade.